So I woke up on Tuesday morning and looked out the window and was startled to see that there were on the church wall behind me, in foot-high, bright red letters, an angry cry against God. And I told my wife to come look at it, and both of us were stunned and frankly very upset that somebody would do this to a church. I walked across the parking lot from our home to see what had happened. And the first thing I noticed was that there was a second sign, and this was in gray. But instead of an angry cry against God, it said, "I love God." That got me thinking, and I realized that whoever had done this was probably in some kind of pain, was probably crying out in some way because of the suffering they had experienced. And that began to change my feeling about what had happened. But at Sunday's service, I was talking during the sermon, I mentioned to the congregation that rather than be angry, rather than look at these people with resentment, whoever had done this, that we were called to forgive them, and we were called in some way to welcome them and to seek to love them in the way that we have been taught that we should love. So I invited them to write on a board a sentiment, a statement, something that they would express or want to express, a prayer maybe, for the people who had done this. And so I set this board up in our narthex with a bunch of markers. And I didn't know if anybody was going to do anything, but to my pleasant astonishment, a flock of people at both services gathered around the board and wrote the sentiments that you can see behind me. And we decided that the thing that we should do is post it right where the angry statement had been made, and with the hope that whoever had done this might walk by again. They obviously live around here, and be able to see this and to see that rather than being angry, we welcome them to come and be in fellowship with us.